Can you give me a reaction to the debate tonight?
I don't think it changed any opinions. I think
Did it make you stronger for Mr. Renacci or weaker?
I don't know as I could be stronger than I am.
There's no doubt about who you're going to be supporting.
No doubt about it.
Okay.
No doubt about it.
What's the thing that bothers you most about Congressman Bocheri?
Obamacare, he voted against it, and then he turned around and voted for it because Nancy Pelosi demanded it. He's dancing to Nancy Pelosi's tune, and I didn't ask to have Nancy Pelosi be my representative. I asked for somebody who was moderate, which he said he was. He's not, he hasn't been, and I don't expect him to be in the future.
Okay, thank you. Could I have your name, please?
Roger Cook.
Okay, thank you, Mr.
John Deegan.
And you're a Blevins supporter?
Absolutely.
The Libertarian?
Yep.
By the way, I have a nephew that's a Libertarian.
Well, good for him. Yeah, call him up.
So your take on the debate tonight?
It's funny. I was actually thinking it's almost a cartoon. If you were literally going to make a cartoon about stereotypes of politics in this nation, you got literally a guy, John Bocheri, who kept talking about assistance and we're going to reinvest and talking about how the federal government is just going to keep putting money in, and spend. Then you got the multi-millionaire businessman Republican, who's tooting his own horn about all the money he's made and all the people he's employed. And we keep thinking that things are going to change, and we keep running the same It was a cartoon up there. You literally have the millionaire Republican and the Marxist-leaning Democrat. We have a third choice. That's why libertarianism is growing so fast. And Republicans talk a great libertarian game during campaigns. They do. I mean, you hear them all the time, using libertarian ideals. The problem is when they go to Washington, they forget what they're there for. They're there to reduce they're there to run a constitutional government.
Do you think that Mr. Blevins has a chance to win?
No, I don't think he has got a shot in hell. Okay. A snowball's got a better chance in hell than he's got. Because sadly enough, the reason they do polls is because people like to vote for the winner, I think Jeff said a mouthful when he said, "Who's to blame?" Me. He said, "Me. It's me." And it's everybody else who just keeps going R versus D, R versus D, R versus D, instead of just sticking to a principle of we have a constitution, which is a law of the land. It enumerates the powers of the federal government in Article 1, Section 8, and it should follow it. And in my opinion, you're either for it or against it. Neither party cares anymore. They find they can stretch it as far as they want. The only people who are going to stop it are going to be libertarians, and we don't got a shot for a while, just because of habits. Old habits die hard, man, and people just keep voting R&D.
Okay, well, thanks. I think the congressman did tonight.
Oh, well, I think he did incredibly well. I think he stood up for American and democratic values, and I am proud of that. It's courageous.
Well, what did you think about his insistence that he thinks that government is a good thing?
I don't disagree. I happen to be one of those people that think that government can do good things.
Okay, so you support his position on that?
Absolutely. Okay. Yes. Government isn't the enemy. If government's the enemy, then we're enemies of ourselves. That's ridiculous.
Are you from Wayne County?
I certainly am.
Okay.
Rittman.
Rittman, okay. Could you give me your name, please?
Cindy Slater.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Awesome.
My impression was that we got a lot of facts and figures and great information from one of the speakers.
Who was that?
It's pretty obvious that nobody else gave facts and figures but Bocheri.
Okay, and so, of course, you're a Bocheri supporter.
Oh, I'm a Bocheri supporter because I believe in a person who understands his job. I believe in a person who tells us what he's doing, what he has done. I believe in a person who is as open as Bocheri. He has been here in Wayne County over and over again, and we have access to him. We can go out and talk to him when we want. I really like that kind of representative. I can believe in him, and I admire a man like that. Yeah, I never have before have had the opportunity of being personally acquainted because nobody else has been quite that open.
Okay. And you are from Wayne County. Did
Yeah,
you support Congressman Bocelli in 2008
Yes,
when you ran?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Could I have your name, please?
Jim Anderson.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Anderson.
You're welcome.
The debate I thought was very informative on all three of the candidates. I liked hearing about the Constitution, getting back to that. I liked hearing about American values because I think a lot of Americans are fed up with how our government has been conducting our affairs. It's time for change, and I was hearing that today. There's a time for change, and this is it.
Did you come away from the debate deciding to vote for one of the three?
I'm going to think about that a little bit, but I was really impressed with a lot of their comments, and I really like the idea of getting back to the Constitution. I like the idea of getting back to American values. I really like that a lot, and to control our out-of-control government spending.
Would it be fair to say that you weren't too impressed by Congressman Joe Bocelli talking about government's a good thing to be in our lives?
Well, I suppose government's always a good thing to be in our lives because we have to have some type of control. But he made some good comments. I don't think he's all bad. I really don't.
Are you from Wayne County?
I am from Wayne County.
May I have your name, please?
Carrie Moreland.
Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.